quality and responsibility in broadcasting. I'm sorry, that's Grant Taker. David Letterman! Oh,
Thank you very much, folks. Welcome to the show. This is the show, isn't it, Paul? This is the one. Right here is the show. Come on there.
Yeah.
Folks, I don't usually like to waste a lot of time talking about myself and my problems, but I'm going to, because I think it will help me and maybe anybody in the vast North American viewing audience who suffers from the same affliction. That's why I'm mentioning it tonight, because it might help not just myself, but a lot of folks who have the same deal. It's a phobia. And I usually don't like to talk about it at all because it's very embarrassing. There are 7 words in the English language that scare me to death. Those 7 words are, sir, we're all out of Mountain Dew. See, I frightened them again, Paul. I oversold the joke. They bought it for a second, and then I frightened them, and...
These are the hazards.
You know what I was doing today? I was watching Oprah Winfrey. Had an interesting program on... there's a guy now on the show who claims that he hears up to, listen to this, up to 24 different voices in his head. And, you know, you think, how can the guy function? And he says, well, it's not bad because he has call waiting. What the hell is... Well, boy, do I hate that. You have call waiting, don't you?
No, I do not.
Oh, I hate that.
I hate
Boy,
it too.
Did the phone company develop that? Is that what came? I hate it. Do you have call waiting? Where somebody can just cut in line, somebody more important than the person you're talking to? Boy, does that stink. Yesterday in Stockholm, this year's Nobel laureates actually received their awards, and I saw a picture in the newspaper of the medal that they get, and it's a lovely thing. It's cast out of bronze or something, and on one side is a profile, a likeness of Alfred Nobel, and on the other side, for reasons I really don't have the time to explain at this point, is a likeness of Phil Rizzuto. So I... Phil Rizzuto. Well, the Internal Revenue Service is now claiming that the PTL Club owes them $82 million in back taxes. $82 million. And Jim Baker is now saying that unless he raises that much money by March, God will call him to a federal prison. So... Look at this show. Let me see that card, Kevin, so the folks...
Thank you so much. This is the show. This is the show right here.
This is a good show. It's a good night. It's Friday night. I'm terribly excited. In the mail today, I received, and I almost hate to mention this for fear that it will jinx it, but I got a little letter in the mail today, and I have been asked to join the National Geographic Society.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
So what a country. What a country. In Soviet Union, National Geographic Society joins you. Okay.
Thank you, Yakov Smirnov.
Thank you. Here we go. It's our top 10 list. Is that what we're doing? Okay. Is he with the show? Huh? Huh? Here we go. From the Home Office in Scottsdale. By the way, they're moving again, Paul. I guess you heard that. They're going to Lincoln, Nebraska.
The Home Office is moving.
Yeah, they're moving.
Geez, I'm upset about that.
Moving to Lincoln, Nebraska. Tonight's category. I almost didn't give the category.
What is the category?
These things barely mean anything when I explain them. If I had not explained it, who knows what would have happened.
So what is the category, then?
The category, National Geographic Society joins you.
Keep it up. Maybe
That's the kind of thing I'm going to be doing all night long, and no one will understand it or care.
Yeah.
Here we go. Top 10 list. The category is Gorbachev's top 10 happiest memories of this wonderful country of ours. Gorbachev's top 10 happiest memories of America. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Number 10, stocking up on toilet paper. Number 9, solving Wheel of Fortune puzzle before contestants. Number 8, crashing limo into photomat, pleading diplomatic immunity. Number 7, great deal on that Rolex bought on street. Number 6, not wearing underwear during treaty signing. Number 5, shouting out punchlines to Yakov Smirnov's act. Well, what do you know? It's right there in the top 10. Number 4, looking up old skirt-chasing buddies from U.S. Marine Corps. Number 3, Hearing-owned voice-on-home shopping network. Number 2, just getting away from the kids, the Kremlin, the whole ball of wax. And number 1 is happiest memory of America. That spur-of-the-moment drive to Tijuana with Chuck Connors. There you go. In Soviet Union, Tijuana drives to you. What are you doing, Biff? Now, don't get hurt. Biff was nearly run over by a camera. I hate to see that. What are we doing? This, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be one fine program if I ever get it in gear here. We're doing our viewer mail? Okay, let me just sort it up here a second. These are actual letters that come from actual viewers from all over the world, and if they weren't, would I be able to do this?
No way. Actually, you probably would be able to do that.
Yeah, come to think of it, you're right. But not in the Soviet Union.
No, Soviet Union.
Yeah, viewer mail.
Shake you.
That's right. Here we go. Letter number 1. Dear Dave, can you keep this, you can keep this crisp dollar bill if you go over to Paul and slap him silly. Anxiously awaiting Louis Russo, Staten Island, New York. Sorry, Louis, but I never mix business with pleasure. Okay. Letter number 2. Dear Dave, there's a guy here in Austin that wants to marry me, but I can't give him an answer until I know for sure that you and I don't have a chance for happiness together. Please let me know ASAP. Awaiting Amy Hightower, Austin, Texas. This is an interesting question. Amy, you know, I don't know what to say. I'm certainly very flattered by your letter, and I suppose the admirable thing to do would be to set you free. Thank you. To set you free so you and your young man can be happily married. On the other hand, I've learned to never say never, because who knows what the future may hold for me and Amy Hightower. Amy Hightower. I tell you what, why don't you go ahead and marry that guy, Amy? Wish you all the luck in the world. Just a joke. Just a joke. Where are we? Number 3? We're number 3. Thank you very much. Dear Dave, I don't like the looks of that guy. Has he been here before? Yeah. Dear Dave, I don't think you're funny looking at all. Wendy Walker, Galleon, Ohio. Oh, that's very nice. Geez, Wendy, thank you very much for that letter. And, oh, thanks, by the way, for including this lovely photograph of yourself also. We really appreciate getting that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate when I get some... Wendy Walker, Paul. Lovely, don't you think? Huh?
If you look like that, things...
I know. We had the discussion in rehearsal.
Things would be different.
I know, things, yeah. Well, they ain't great now, but imagine if I... Okay, number 4. Here we go. Dear Dave, do you really see that much acting ability in Biff Henderson, or are you just too cheap to hire a real actor? Just wondering, Richard Sr., Reston, Virginia. You know, we never really thought about it until we read your letter, Richard, but of course you're absolutely right. A professional actor would probably give a much better performance. So beginning tonight, in the role of stage manager Biff Henderson is a professional actor, Robert Jeter. But at the same time, because of union regulations, Biff will continue with his duties as one of our stage managers. So Biff, how are you enjoying the show tonight?
Great, David. Looks like another outstanding program. You and your staff are to be congratulated.
Well, thank you very much. And what part of the show tonight, Biff, are you looking forward to?
Well, like most Americans, I've long admired Reggie Jackson, and Penn and Teller will be quite good. I recently saw their show on Broadway, and I must say it was a wonderful evening in the theater.
Oh, thank you very much. In Soviet Union, actors hire you. Oh, gosh. Are we done? Is it time to go home? Huh? Is my car out there? Oh. Well, have it brought around, will you? Big Christmas
the show
party.
just started.
Huh? Oh, it is.
And a big, big show, too.
And then the big Christmas party.
After that, yeah.
That's right. Yeah. I guess that's what it is. I'm just a little nervous about getting to the big
Excited
party.
about the
party. Because Hal, our director, has suggested that we have the wet T-shirt contest this year.
At the party.
Is it 5 we're up to? Here we go, number 5, and then we got to roll on because we really have a solid show tonight. Dear Dave, this is really bugging me. Every time you ask Paul if he's ever changed a light bulb, chopped wood, bagged his own groceries, etc., he says no. That's true. He usually says no. Is Paul really that out of touch with reality? CAB Tucson, Arizona. Well, what do you think about this, Paul?
Well, I think that the person who wrote that letter is absolutely right. I've been living a shallow, superficial, unreal existence, and I think it's high time that Paul Schaefer became a real person, did real things, led a real life.
Well, Paul, you had quite an adventure there. That
Yeah.
must have looked like a lot of fun. What was the deal on that last scene we saw there?
The part where I'm hanging out with my phony showbiz friends.
Right.
Well, I just got bored with that other crap. I
see.
I had to do. Thank you very much. I had to do something.
Of course, in the Soviet Union, other crap gets bored with you. Believe me, I hope this passes. We'll put tonight Penn and Teller a song, right?
Miles interprets A Christmas Carol.
Be very nice. Looking forward to
Unbelievably
that.
hip.
All right.
Unbelievable.
Our first guests tonight have taken their program to the Ritz, taken their show to the Ritz Theater on Broadway. I saw this a week ago Friday night. Unbelievable. A lot of fun and well worth the dough. It has a limited run over there now, which has been extended, I understand, to February 28th. Folks, please welcome the always amazing, the always entertaining Penn and Teller. Nice to see you, Teller. How are you?
Hello, Dave.
Penn, good to see you. How are you guys?
Real good. Is it still customary for your first guest to bring you a rose?
Well,
Is that
thank
kind
you.
of thing
No,
in a
that's
way?
very nice. I certainly appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are things going? I really enjoyed the show.
Wonderfully. Thanks
a
for
week
coming
ago.
by. It takes a special man to come to shows with his sister, you know?
They were,
You had two of
I
them.
have my
Wow,
sister,
wild
yeah.
man, the
Yeah,
showbiz
well,
stuff.
they were visiting from out of town, and we wanted to see something that would be fun, and we did.
Good.
Yeah.
We have liquid nitrogen for you.
Oh, good.
This is liquid nitrogen. In Soviet Union, nitrogen liquefy you. Just thought I'd try it.
See, that's the
Help you
spirit.
out there.
No,
I like that
I
joke.
appreciate
Every
it.
time you did it, I liked
Oh,
it.
good. Okay.
We got liquid. You know about liquid nitrogen?
It's no, it's very cold. That's all I
Very
know
cold.
about it.
The
Yeah.
air that we breathe is almost 80% nitrogen, and when it gets down to 300 degrees below zero, it becomes a liquid. And there's all sorts of groovy bitchin' things you can do with it. And we're going to show you some of them. I'm going to pour some into a beaker here.
All right, I'll just stand
Yeah,
back.
back off.
Should I put this cigar out or anything?
No, it'll put the cigar out if you want. I mean, it'll do it.
Okay.
See that?
Very, very cold.
That's the technical term. That's right. I said 300 degrees below zero, and you said very, very cold.
That's right. Well, that's for the layman in the audience.
That's about enough. Tell it. We'll just.
Wow, how do you guys
this over
get this
here.
stuff? Because not everybody has
Well, there's
a thermos full of liquid nitrogen.
Yeah, well, there's this particle accelerator at Brooklyn College, and you just say, hey, we've been on Letterman, and they say, what do you need?
Is that right?
We brought some liquid nitrogen.
The fumes aren't dangerous for
No,
breathing.
not at all.
Yeah.
If you put your head right in there and breathe, that you wouldn't be getting any oxygen, so that
would be harmful.
Might help that Soviet joke to play.
Yeah.
Why don't you
It
just?
sounds like it's boiling.
We didn't
it
really
actually
bring
is
this
boiling, isn't it?
Yeah, it's boiling because it thinks it's hot in here.
Uh-huh. Is that right?
Oh,
it's
that's a
warming
real
up,
rose. You see, when you put a rose in there,
Right.
it just freezes down to about 300 degrees below
Wow,
zero.
I can feel the draft coming off of there. It's quite chilly.
You want a sweater? You're okay. You're okay. You're comfortable.
All right.
Okay. There you go. Now, see, the great thing about this is once it's frozen, the whole texture changes.
Wow.
Isn't that neat?
Wow.
Now,
So this is how they make potato chips.
This is the. You can touch it if you want.
That's
It won't hurt
amazing.
you.
Yeah, it's pretty well frozen.
Oh, cheese.
Good God!
And when you have this at home, don't cork it, okay?
God! All right.
And what do we got next? If liquid nitrogen wasn't exciting enough, next we have an egg.
An egg. Put
Now
an
we're
egg
going
in
to show
there.
you a different way to cook an egg. Teller's going to poach the egg in this now. It is not cooking now. It is freezing.
Now, when it splashes up and hits you, is it painful?
Not until you thaw.
Ah.
It's like frostbite there.
Oh, so you actually stuck your... Well, that's...
For a moment.
Yeah.
For a moment.
All right.
And now, while this egg is cooking, you could talk to us about how much you enjoyed our show at the Ritz and let us pimp that.
I really did. Now, when you first had the show here in New York, it was at a much smaller facility, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the West Side Arts was only about 200 seats, and now we're at 1,000 seats. We've made the big time.
Yeah. Well, what kind of changes did you have to make in your act?
Well, we did bigger things. We decided that instead of just torturing Teller by sticking needles down his throat and burning him and stuff like that, we would now drown him as well. So we have a big tank on stage and hold him underwater during a card trick.
You know, the thing that I found interesting, as people who are familiar with your work will understand, you do most of the talking in it because this one, for Lord knows what reason...
He doesn't pull his weight.
That's right.
And that's why he has to go into the tank of water. If you have absolutely no talent and desperately want to be in show business, you become like my partner, Teller.
So he's a prop.
He's a prop, essentially. He's a prop.
So then after a couple hours of talking all night, you go out on the sidewalk, and there you are.
And there I am talking some more.
Continuing to
Well,
talk.
we don't get paid for the show. It's just that T-shirt concession.
Yeah.
We sell cassettes. We sell everything.
No, we had a great time.
I think our egg is almost done.
Okay.
Now I want you to see
Lord.
this. This is way cool. Now this is an egg that's frozen. This is not an egg that's cooked. But you see the way it looks is almost just we have the stuff that
That's fascinating. But
we
again,
thought of ourselves.
Ooh, now I've got. Oh, I guess that's egg.
That's just egg. That won't hurt you.
Okay.
And you have egg on your
Thank you very
spiffy
much.
sport coat as well. So.
Oh, okay. All right.
We've got something we invented ourselves. We have here, if you do have a particle accelerator at home and you have access to liquid nitrogen, it's a nice little trick you can do for your nephews. We have a piece of tin foil. We have 4 regular matches striking the surface and an anison.
Looks like a bust from the old Mod Squad. We found this taped under the car.
And here we have some collodion, which is a makeup thing.
Collodion is, I know what that is.
You know, so it seals cuts also as well.
But don't they use it to make scars or something?
Yeah, would you like a scar?
No,
Okay.
I'm fine.
There's other ways too. And right here, and then we'll fold it up, and we'll see.
Now, is that going in the...
That's going in the liquid nitrogen. Watch your...
I'm sorry?
Careful. I mean, careful there. There we go. Oh, okay. Now we'll let it sit. We'll let it sit for a moment here. It's floating is the problem, Teller. You should push it down a little bit. Just no. You really want to. This will work, David. You really want to push it down. Push it down.
Oh, my God!
Plaster of Paris. In the Soviet Union, Paris plaster you. It's just kind of a little Thor thing going on
I
there.
like that.
Yeah, wasn't that fun? Now we have one more thing for you. That was just a joke. Teller's hand is fine.
Yeah.
But here we have some.
I have debris. I have frozen debris there on my...
Here we have some cheese whiz.
Ah.
I believe that's what you and your sisters were eating before the show.
That's right. We each had our own
And we
can.
also, every time we come out here to be with you, we like to bring a little bit of vermin with us.
Yeah, you left
And
the
this time-
cockroaches one night.
This time we have Barney, who's our mouse. Barney's our pet mouse. Oh, isn't he sweet? And now watch carefully how Barney reacts to the cheese. There we go. See, he's enjoying it. He's clawing at it. He's enjoying it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. But he's, watch this now. We'll take that same cheese and we'll put it into the liquid nitrogen.
Oh, no.
And you'll see that it'll change texture, it'll get solid, it'll also change color. I want to point out this is not cheese, this is processed cheese food.
By law, you really have to make that disclosure, don't you? Yeah.
And now Teller will pull it out here. You wonder why he didn't use the tongs on the other thing, don't you? Kind of fell down.
Look at that.
And you see it's a whole different texture.
This is really
This isn't the
rainy day
interesting part. The interesting part is watching how Barney reacts. Teller's lovable pet Barney. We take him over here. Now watch as we hang him over the cheese and he'll... Oh, geez, oh no, I'll get Teller. Teller, get rid of him. We dropped Barney in the cheese. Now, through the wonder of cryogenics, Barney is still okay. He's like Walt Disney now.
He's all right.
And all we have to do is startle Barney to life. Yo, Barney! Oh, there we go.
Jeez.
Now, just
It's like a product from Mrs. Paul's. It's frozen mouse parts now.
and I want you to make sure, because people do get angry, the SPCA and so on. Pick up a piece of that mouse and just see that it's rubber. Throw by your coffee cup there, and probably something in there.
Right.
That's just a little piece of
little
rubber.
rubberized
Rubber mouse.
plastic,
And Barney, this is the magic part. It's safe inside your coat. There he is, right? Oh,
amazing
there's
thing
Barney.
right there.
Oh, no. He clearly jumped. We did not throw him in that nitrogen. He clearly jumped. Barney's been very despondent lately. We found a little note in his nightstick.
That's too bad.
Here's Barney once again.
Oh, my gosh and golly.
You should go over to Whitesnake's house, see how much of the stuff they have. Huh?
All right, that's it for Barney. My God.
So much for Barney.
Anyway, gentlemen, have we brought things to a conclusion?
I think we have.
All right. If you're in town, I would
guess
guess that this show is sold out way in advance anyway.
well, the good tickets are still available.
Good
You're always
tickets
going to
are
say
still
that
available. All right, it's at the Ritz Theater here in New York City, and other projects to come in the future. The always amazing Penn and Teller folks will be on list. Please welcome Mr. October, Reggie Jackson. Good to see you. How you doing? Have a seat, sir. Reggie Jackson. What do you, we got a couple of minutes here, then we'll do a commercial and come back and talk a little bit later.
Can I give you a Christmas present a little early?
Oh, sure. What do you got there?
Autographed baseball.
Well, thank you very much.
May not have very much value now because I'm now a has-been, but...
No. Now, let's talk about that. That's what I was going to bring up. Thank you very much.
Has-been than it never was, right?
Yeah. What are you going to do now? Are you going to stay in baseball come spring training? You're not going to play another year, are you?
No, I don't think I'm going to play. I do have some discussions next week with the Oakland A's, with the Haas family who owns the team.
What will that be about?
Well, about what I would be probably about baseball.
Yeah.
Although they own Levi Strauss, so maybe I'll be peddling jeans on the street.
Sure.
Either that, or I was thinking of trying to still make $1 million a year and develop my own little 3-card Molly stands around town.
Yeah.
But
would
I'll be talking with them next week.
You wouldn't want to be a part-time player, though. I mean, you've never been happy when they used you as a designated hitter, really, have you?
Well, Dave, I was a part-time player the last couple of years,
Right.
really. And I think when a player gets a certain age in his career, and for me it happened when I was 38, 39. When I got to be 39, I had to realize and understand that there were other players coming along that, even though they may not have been as good as me at the time, no matter what kind of year I had at the age of 39 or 40 or 41, the next year I wasn't going to exist.
No, you're expendable at that point.
They had to bring someone else along.
It's inventory.
So
We just keep turning over the inventory.
that's pretty much true.
So, have we even answered this question or not?
Not really.
No, not really.
A bunch of rhetoric.
So you hope to stay in baseball another year, probably not as a player, maybe a coach. You wouldn't want to coach,
No,
would you?
what
Bullpen catcher?
Well, it's... I want to try
Knocking
to slip
fungos
in
to the
a
boys?
couple of words here, but maybe I'll pull off Paul's act here and see if I can communicate a little better. A little Jim McMahon act here. What's this look like?
It looks great, Reggie. It just looks terrific.
No, what... I guess when I was coming along, Dave, people told me, said, you know, Reggie, when you get to be 30 years old, you're going to put weight on.
Yeah.
So when I got to 30, I watched myself, so to speak. Now, to bring the same philosophy along, people say when you retire from baseball, you're going to want to stay in it, you're going to miss it.
Yeah.
I have a lot of things that I'm trying to do involved in the automobile industry. However, I'm meeting next week with the Oakland ownership and the general manager, Sandy Alderson, to try to do something to stay involved in the game of baseball. Be it a special assistant or a special assignment type person to
Well,
go
see,
here
I
to
could
there
almost handle
to
one of
keep
those
my
gigs.
fingers in it.
I could be a special assistant.
You could be a special
Let
assignment
you and I go to
guy.
this meeting together. We'll both get jobs. We have to pause here. Talk a little bit about New York City baseball, a major part of your career. You were destined to play in New York City, probably, and I'm guessing that of all the places you've played here, even though you had a lot of trouble, this will be what crystallizes and defines your career, probably, that experience, right?
You're correct. I've been asked that question quite a few times, and I guess if I'd have to say where was my career, where was my name really made, even though there were a lot of tough times here, I'd have to look back and say that the benefits, as you say, how my career did crystallize, it's been fabulous for me to have played here, and I've always considered it a privilege to wear the Yankee uniform.
Sure. Well, now, when you were a kid, heck, when I was a kid, baseball players more than likely would stay with one organization. There was not so much jumping from team to team to team.
Right.
You came up with Oakland?
Right.
Actually, Kansas City, right, in the beginning?
Kansas City, then they moved to
then to Oakland, then to Baltimore.
Baltimore for 1
New
year.
York.
New York for 5.
California.
For 5.
Back to Oakland.
Oakland for 1.
Now, when you were a kid dreaming about being a ball player, is that how you saw it, or did you want to be in one team?
Not really, David. I think that everybody feels that they want to, you know, for your own security or ego or image or whatever it is, you want to say, I'm going to be with one team, I'm going to start my career and finish my career there, and they're going to love me, and it's going to be great and fabulous. But sometimes things don't work out that way. A ball club has certain needs. There have been players that hit 50 home runs, and the ball club finishes last, so you might as well trade that player. I know for myself, I believe that part of the reason I moved so much is because of my personality and openness, and I had problems with people that owned a ball club or had more authority than I did.
Let me interrupt you right there, and let's dwell on that for a second. We have a situation here where Billy Martin is back again. This is his 15th stint as manager of the Yankees. and George brings him back, and you know, I know, everybody watching, everybody sitting at Yankee Stadium knows that Billy probably won't make it through the 4th of July.
Fatal attraction.
Yeah. What's your assessment now of Billy and also George?
Well, I guess as you get older, you look back on things a little bit differently. I know that Billy Martin knows the game of baseball and knows how to manage. I know that in playing for him, I always felt he managed. We had a 25-man roster at that time. He always managed with 21 or 22 guys because he disliked a few players, and consequently, they didn't wind up getting as much time.
So he just mentally took them off the roster.
He just didn't get along with them, and consequently, they didn't participate that much. You know, dealing with a George Steinbrenner is very, very difficult. The one thing I'll always remember him for is he made me wealthy and paid me and never missed a paycheck. And in listening to my attorney and financial advisors, and my father as well, they always said to me, Reggie, if you owned a ball club, you got the right to do what you want to. So I could excuse a lot of the things that he did, although I may not have liked him or whatever.
He's still the guy signing the check.
He's still the guy signing the check, and agree or not agree, he's got the right to pretty much do what he wants. You got to realize that this is the way it's going to be before you get here. And many people fail to realize that. Everyone thinks they're different.
Right. What about, is it Dave Righetti? They're talking about may go to Japan. I don't know if the deal has come and gone or what, but they're going to, some team in Japan is offering him
$20 million.
$20 million. Now, is that going to happen?
I think that he should learn to eat rice and egg rolls.
Now,
learn a taste for sushi.
Could you have Bob Horner played over there this year? And everybody said he's going to hit 50 home runs easy. What did he end up with?
I think 27 or 30, something like that.
He did not have the blockbuster year everybody was predicting.
It's not a bad year, though. 30 home runs isn't bad.
No. I mean, in American baseball, sure, but they thought he would just push him around.
I understand, Dave, that they won't let an American come over and set home run records.
Right.
Also, I understand they'll pitch around him.
Mr. O.
But for me, really, if a fella said they'd give me $3 or $4 million now to go to Japan, I'm going tomorrow.
No, you're not.
I buy a Christmas tree.
No, you're not.
I take a tree with me. I buy some snow in Colorado, and I roll over, you know.
But
I get over there. I'll pay you $20 grand a month to be my buddy over there if I get $20 million, right?
But
right? I moved my town over for $20 million. I mean, what the hell?
Hi, I'm Reggie's buddy. But seriously, your temperament, your personality, you wouldn't get off the bus at the airport.
Where?
In Japan.
I would now. I'm 41. My career's over.
But that's a whole different regimentation, isn't it? It's like being in the Marine Corps over there.
It is, absolutely. But Dave, 20 mil. 20 million.
All right. Now, do we need to mention this?
I would like to.
Is this wax or cocktail mix? I don't know. This is, you've developed your own kind of car wax.
Yes. Being a car nut, and I would call myself a car nut or car fool or car crazy.
Reggie's Liquid Wax, soon to be on the market.
Yes, right. I've got about 100 cars.
Listen, Reggie, we're out of time. I want to thank you for being here. No, we got to go. Here's Larry Jacobson, who, by the way, today is his birthday. We take him around to New York City playgrounds, and he would play basketball one-on-one, guys on the playground, and for 20 bucks a piece. And we thought of this like on a late Friday. We did it on Monday, and we thought it would be very funny, and it turned out it wasn't much anything. So with that in mind, we thought we'd take a look now at the videotape we came up with and try and figure out just exactly where the Larry Jacobson basketball piece came apart on us. you doing? Come on, Larry. You need some help? Can somebody help him take his pants off? Larry. Okay, we're ready. All right. 20 bucks. All right, go ahead. Thanks, Eddie. Hey, we got a picture for you, Eddie.
That's it. I don't want to...
There you go. Here you go. For 20 bucks.
Thanks.
Here, we'd like you to have a picture of Larry Jacobson. Sign that for him. I want to get you down, Larry. They seem to enjoy the pictures. Yeah. Is that it? Here you go, Irv. Nice shooting. Here's a picture of Larry Jacobson, and here's the 20 bucks. Come on in, Golden. You know what we were trying to do here today. Did you understand what the idea was?
No, I gotta see it. I don't know. I wouldn't tell you what to think.
Yeah.
Is it funny?
Well, I don't know. We just kind of, everybody gave up. We've just decided that it's not going to work and the piece maybe stinks. But you were fine, and you made a fast 20. Hi, how are you? What's your name?
Big Blue from Uptown.
Big Blue from Uptown? That's your mailing address?
Yeah.
You know what we were going to do? We were going to have Larry Jacobson here play basketball today, and we thought it'd be funny. Does that seem like a funny idea to you?
No, sir. You got on Air Jordan.
It doesn't seem like a funny idea, does it? You were the first guy that he played.
Blues.
But does the idea seem like it's funny at all to you?
No, it doesn't seem funny to me. It's something to do.
Where were you when you first heard the idea of coming out here and let Larry play in ball?
Well, I came in on the bus this morning, and I was hoping it wouldn't be a remote, because on Friday they said there wouldn't be a remote. And I walk into the office, and everybody said, we're going to go out and play basketball. And I said, oh, God.
So you were disappointed from the very
I
beginning?
didn't like the idea to begin with.
Yeah. Larry, come here. Tell me about the outfit. What do you have? Now, these aren't your own, this is not your wardrobe, is it?
No.
What do you have there? A little warm-up jacket?
Warm-up jacket.
Nice shirt? Shorts?
Socks, and some Air Jordans.
And you pretty much decided you're keeping this stuff, haven't you?
I think so, Dad.
Well, you didn't really mark up the shoes too badly. Could we take the shoes back?
I think so.
Sure. All right, let's see. Let's go. Where did you get them? Let's go take them back.
Did we save the box? Here again.
So, Larry, if there's any trouble, you tell them that you think it's the wrong size. Okay. Just throw it down here. It's Jerry Cooney. It's Jerry Cooney right there. It's Jerry Cooney right there. Hi, how are you? Jerry Cooney. But you know what we were going to do? We were going to have Larry play a bunch of guys. Where was the park?
4th Street?
Yeah, 4th Street.
Sure.
Yeah, but it turned out it wasn't funny.
Was it funny?
So we had to call the whole thing off, and now we'd just like to return the shoes.
You're going to walk out of the store barefoot.
Well, no, we'll just carry him to the car. Hi, how you doing? Good. Thank you very much. So I don't know. Seems like we're out of. What's your name?
Joe Weinstein.
Nice to see you, Joe. Larry Jacobson.
Hi, Joe. Nice to meet you. The contact I got to show business. I'm a friend of Donna McKechnie.
You're a friend of Donna McKechnie?
Yeah.
Do you know Donna McKechnie? Yeah.
With her first husband.
Is that right?
Yeah, going back 20-some-odd years.
Well, tell her we said hello. Okay. Hal, did there seem to be something technically wrong with that videotape toward the end there? I noticed some banding or something there. Hal?
Sorry, Dave.
Yeah, was there a problem with that tape?
I wasn't watching. Is it done?
Yeah. Okay. We'll do a commercial.